Good evening, all the guys and the girls of class 11th and 12th. As per my promise, I told you that I will give you the answers of competitive exams. Now, the book in my hand belongs to AIIMS question paper that you can see on the cover. AIIMS chapter wise solutions and questions, better say. Now, we are starting from question number 1. As you better know that in competitive exams, 44% of the questions are normally asked from class 11th and 56% questions are asked from class 12. So this video will be beneficial for both class 11th and class 12. Moreover, the concept of class 11th find maximum application in learning the context of class 12. So now we are starting with question number 1 here. See what question number 1 says. Question number 1 says the weight of a metal of equivalent weight 12 which will give 0.475 gram of its chloride is. Here you can see what is demanded in the question paper is the weight of the metal whose equivalent weight is given to be 12. So in order to solve this question you have to take down the given data. So what is given data here? The given data is metal equivalent weight of the metal is your 12, and here the which will give weight of compound, chloride compound. The weight of chloride compound is given here, that is your 0.475. And what you have to find out, the weight of the metal that you have to calculate. Suppose the weight of the metal be X. Then here the concept which we will apply is what? Equivalent weight of metal divided by equivalent weight of compound, and here is equal to weight of metal divided by weight of compound. Weight of compound. This is the formula with the help of which we will solve the question. Here equivalent weight of metal is given to be how much? 12. And if we will find out the equivalent weight of the compound, then 12 and equivalent weight of chlorine is what? Now see one relation here. A is equal to E into N. Atomic mass is equal to equivalent weight into valency. For chloride the valency is 1. That's why atomic mass will be the equivalent weight. So here we write 35.5. And what we are getting weight of the metal, suppose this is W, and weight of the compound is given here 0.475. 0.475. Now you have to solve it for W. Then W is equal to what? 12, and here it is going to be 47.5 into 0.475 grams. When you will solve this data, you will get the answer. So by this way you can solve this question. Now we are coming to question number 2. Question number 2 reads, a bivalent metal has equivalent weight of 12. The molecular weight of its oxide will be. See here, first of all we have to find the formula. Then how we can find the formula? Formula will be calculated by what? You better know how formulas are given. M and O. Here the valency of M is 2. That is bivalent. Oxygen is 2. So the formula will be what? Simply MO. This will be your formula. And here one thing is given. The equivalent weight of metal is given to be 12. Then we can find out the atomic mass. Atomic mass is equal to equivalent weight into N. That is your valency. Then 12 into 2 is equal to 24. Now calculate the oxide compounds. Molecular formula of the compound, that you can do. Molecular mass of the compound. Then how we can do it? 24 plus oxygen, that is your 16. When you will add, it will be 40 grams. So in that way you can solve this question. Now we are coming to the question number 3. That is your third. See, the percentage of oxygen in NaOH is. Here the compound given is NaOH. And what is demanded? The percentage of oxygen. You have to find out the percentage of oxygen. So formula For percentage, you better know is what? Here see, percentage of any element is given by what? The weight of element divided by what? Divided by total mass. Total mass, and here into 100. Okay. Then here we are trying to find out oxygen. For oxygen, then oxygen weight of the element is how much? 16. Okay. And the total mass we have to calculate here. 23, how many atoms are here? 1. And thereafter 16, how many atoms are here? Once again 1. Then here, that is here, it is your 1 atom is there. When you will add them, you will find the value to be 40. Then 16 divided by 40 into 100. That is the way to find out the percentage of oxygen. You can solve this question by this way. 4, you can cancel it by 4. Then what is coming here? 10. And this 0 and this 0 will be cancelled. Then what percentage of oxygen we are going to get here? That is your 40% oxygen is present in NaOH. Now we are going to solve the question number 4. See here. Question number 4. The number of moles of water present in 180 gram of water is. See here. The number of moles, the formula is known to you. N is equal to given mass divided by molar mass. That is the formula. Molar mass. So given mass is how much? 180. Molar mass is how much? Molar mass you can calculate as 2O. 1 into 2, as 2 atoms of hydrogen are here, and oxygen atomic mass is 1 atom is here. Then what we are going to get? 18. We will divide it by 18. Then what we are going to get? 10. That should be your answer. Now see question number 5. Question number 5 reads, Avogadro number of oxygen atom weighs. See here. Avogadro number of oxygen atom weighs. So see here, one concept is there, molar atomic mass. That you have to know. Molar atomic mass. What is molar atomic mass? Molar atomic mass is the mass of, now see this concept is needed, mass of 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 atoms of element. Atoms of element. So when this is expressed in gram, then what we get? We get the value of molar mass. So here the question is, Avogadro number of oxygen atom weighs, how much it will be? 8 grams. 8 grams is what? No, it will not be 8 grams, but it will be 16 grams. That is atomic mass of oxygen. Whenever atomic mass is expressed in gram, it always indicates that this is the mass of 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 atoms of that element. In that way, the atomic mass is 16. That is known to you. When it is expressed in gram, this will indicate Avogadro number in itself. Now coming to the question number 6. The number of molecules in 4.25 grams of ammonia is approximately. So here number of molecules it is demanding. First of all, we have to find out N. N is what? Your given mass divided by what? Given mass divided by molar mass. So given mass is known to you. Given mass is how much? 4.25. Here 4.25, and molar mass of ammonia you can calculate from here. It is 14 and plus 1 into 3, that goes to 17. So we will divide it by 17. By this way we can compute what? We can compute the number of moles. So here we will exploit one relation. 1 mole is equivalent to how much? 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 atom, molecule and ions, better say particles. When we are talking about this much, 4.25 into 17, then this part will be multiplied here. So 6.023 into 4.25 divided by how much? Divided by 17 into 10 to the power 23. When you solve this thing, we will get the value of this question. That is your 6. Now coming to the question number 7. Read the question 7 carefully. Whenever you are seated for competitive exams, you should be very conscious in reading the question. Anything if missed will always result in wrong answer. So see question number 7. how many atoms of carbon are present in diamond weighing 0.5 carat? 1 carat weighs 200 mg and assumes diamonds to be pure carbon. See here the question says that in diamond, what is 0.5 carat diamond? It is a 0.5 carat diamond, 0.5 carat, and that is what it is given in the question paper. So we'll write here given that. And what is the weight of this substance? Here see, one data is given. 1 carat is equal to how much? 200 mg. Then 0.5 carat will be equal to how much? 100 mg. It's a very simple calculation you can do. And here the question says that, and assume how many atoms of carbon are there in diamond. So we can calculate here 100 mg. First of all, what we need to do, we need to find out the number of moles, n. N is equal to, the formula is known to you, given mass divided by what? Given mass divided by molar mass. That is the formula. So here given mass is how much? Given mass is 100 mg and molar mass is known to you, 12 gram. So what we need to do, we have to change gram into mg. Then here 100 mg, and here when we want to change 12 into mg, then by what we have to multiply? We have to multiply by 1000. That is what we have to multiply. Then here 20 and 20 will be cancelled. Then what we are going to get? 1 by 120. Okay, this is the number of moles. Now we want to find the relation with Avogadro number. Then 1 mole is equivalent to, that we have learnt in class 9, is equal to 6.023 into 10 to the power 23. That is known to you. Okay, now here 1 by 120 will be equivalent to how much? We will simply multiply it, 6.023 into 1 by 120 into 10 to the power 23. When you solve this data, calculate this data, then you will find the answer. This is your question number 7. Now we want to solve the question number 8. That is here. The maximum amount of barium sulfate precipitated on mixing BaCl2 0.5 m with H2SO4 1 m will correspond to. See, this question is equation based question. First of all, we need to write the standard equation. So the standard equation, when you write standard equation, then the maximum amount of barium sulfate precipitated on mixing barium chloride. Here see, BaCl2, when this will react with H2SO4, then you have to write this in a balanced way. Then this is your BaSO4, and what is coming here? Here it is 2HCl. Now see whether the reaction is balanced or not. Sulfate 1 radical, 1 here also. Our chlorine is 2 here, chlorine is 2 here, and hydrogen is 2. It means that it is completely balanced. Okay. So here what is asking, what you are going to get? 1 mole of BaCl2 reacts with 1 mole of H2SO4. 1 mole of H2SO4 to give what? To give 1 mole of what? 1 mole of barium sulfate. That is the information coming out from the standard equation. Now try to read the question. Barium sulfate 0.5 m. Here it is used to be what? 0.5 m. 0.5 m. You better know this is the concentration, 0.5 m. 0.5 m means what? Half mole is present in 1 liter. Half mole is present in 1 liter. Present in 1 liter. Okay. If you are going to say 1 m H2SO4, it means that 1 m H2SO4 implies that 1 mole is present. 1 mole is present in 1 liter. 1 liter. Okay. This is the thing that we have to understand. So here barium sulfate, how much barium sulfate will be precipitated, that we want to find out. So what is there? Here nothing is going to be a limiting reagent. There is no idea of limiting reagent here. Limiting reagent means actually the quantity is not going to be reduced on the part of H2SO4. H2SO4 is enough, and barium sulfate, whatever you are using, the mixing amount of barium sulfate precipitated on mixing BaSiL to 0.5 m with H2SO4 will correspond to, here we are considering all these things on what, in 1 liter. Then since it is 0.5 m, under that condition whatever substance will form, that will be what, 0.5 m barium sulfate. That is the production, because barium sulfate is 0.5 m, but H2SO4 is enough quantity, so all the barium chloride will be used in making barium sulfate. In that way we have to find the answer out. Now see question number 9 here. If 0.189 gram of chlorine containing organic compound gave silver chloride, then the percentage of chlorine in the organic compound is. Now see the question very carefully. Point here, the weight of organic compound is given. Weight of organic compound is how much? It is your 0.189. It's very clear to you. Now say gave 0.287 gram of silver chloride. Silver chloride weight is given here, SCl is how much? 0.287. So first of all we will calculate what? AgCl molar mass. When we will calculate the molar mass of AgCl, then you see it is 107 and plus 35.5. Add them, what you are going to get? 0.5 here, 7, 5, 12, and here 1, 1, 2. Then here you unitary method to find the answer. 125 gram of silver chloride AgCl contains how much? You better know. It contains 35.5 grams of chlorine. Then 1 gram will contain how much? 35.5 divided by 112.5. Now what data we have? We are given 0.287. Now here use 0.287. This will be multiplied here. 0.287. This is the data that you have got. Okay. When you solve, you will get the quantity of chlorine. Suppose the quantity of chlorine is coming to be x gram. Then here the percentage will be calculated by this formula. Percentage of chlorine in organic compound will be how much? You see, x divided by W into 100. So here x you have to find out from there, and W is given here. W is what? The weight of organic compound is given here, I think 0.189. We'll put here 0.189 into 100. Okay, and you can get the value of x from this side. You see here the value of x is given. When you compute this data, you will get the value of x. So by this way we have seen question number 9, and now this is the time to see question number what? 10. See, the equivalent weight of an acid is equal to the equivalent weight of acid. Remember, this is simply a formula, and what is that? Molar mass of acid. Molar mass divided by what? Divided by basicity. Basicity. Understand? This is the formula. You should mark down this formula. Okay. Question number 11. Now see this question. If a compound on analysis was found to contain carbon, see here, carbon is percentage, how much percent is there? Then it is 18.5%, and thereafter hydrogen, how much percentage is given? 1.55%. Okay, now here chlorine is given 55.05. Chlorine is how much? 55.04%. Okay, now last compound, that is oxygen. Here last element, that is oxygen, is 24.81%. Okay, you need to find out what when empirical formula we have to find. Here what theory is adopted in this number, that is in percentage 18.5. What you have to write? Atomic mass. Atomic mass is 12. Here 1.55 divided by 1, that is its atomic mass. and here in 55.04 the atomic mass is 35.5, and here in 24.81 atomic mass is how much? 16. Here we will get the numbers. Okay, what so number are coming? That all come out after your calculation. Here what you have to do ahead? You have to divide by the lowest number. Divide by the lowest number that you are getting here. Lowest number. So here whatso numbers are coming, you have to divide them by the lowest number. Understand this thing. When you divide by here whatever is coming by division by lowest number. When you will divide, you will get the values here. Okay. Whatever value is coming here, suppose the value of this thing is coming here x, after division it is y and it is z, and suppose it is your a, then empirical formula will be written in symbolic way. See what the symbolic way is. We will write cx, thereafter hy, and clz, again o, here a. In that way you have to do. Actually this is calculation based thing. When you know the path of solving the question, you can do it yourself. Okay, now coming to question number 12. See here. Question number 12. A compound with empirical formula CS2O has a vapor density 30. See here. Empirical formula is given to you. Empirical formula is given here, and what that formula is? Here it is CS2O. First we need to find out empirical weight. Empirical weight will find by what way? C is how much? 12, hydrogen 1 into 2, 2, and oxygen is 16. Now add them, what you are going to get here. Suppose we are adding these two things first, then it is 14 plus 16. Now add them, 6 and 4 0, and 1 and 2 and 3, 30. That is what we are going to get here. 30 is its empirical weight. Once again see here. In the question, vapor density of the compound is given. So molecular mass, here one relation is there that you should understand. Molecular mass is given by vapor density into 2. This is the formula that you have to keep in your mind. When you forget this formula, that molecular mass is vapor density into 2, then you will fail to solve the question. Then vapor density is 30 here, and what is here? 2. Then what we are going to get? Molecular weight is 60. Then the value of N is computed by what way? The value of N is molecular mass divided by what? Empirical mass. Empirical mass. Then things are getting clear to you. 60 divided by 30 is going to be 2. And now we'll molecular formula. See how we calculate the molecular formula. Molecular formula is equal to what? Empirical formula into empirical formula into N. The empirical formula is what here? CS2O. Sorry, the pen is not working properly. CS2O, and now you have to multiply it by 2. Then what you are going to get? C2H4O2. This is the molecular formula of the compound. Thank you guys.